It's time for another episode of Hops and Hedges, where we talk about beer, landscaping, and everything in between. Season 1 is proudly sponsored by ext.tech, helping you grow and revolutionize your landscaping business. Now crack open a cold one, and let's dig in. And here we are, another episode of Hops and Hedges. With me today is Jeremy Kamp from Nicola's Garden Art. Jeremy, how are you?
I'm very well today. Thank you so much. It's
Very
a
well.
nice day.
You're very welcome. It's been like almost an entire hour since I saw you in person.
Yep, it was really nice to hang out this morning and check out your job site. That was pretty cool.
Excellent. Glad to have you on the show. We've tried a couple of times, but we're both a little busy, you know.
Yeah. We also equally missed our appointment once, so I'm feeling like we're balanced.
Yeah. We scheduled it once and I totally forgot about it. And then we scheduled it second times and you totally forgot about it. But here we are.
It's great. We made it.
We made it. So
I think sorry, go ahead.
Anytime, just cut me off. Just go ahead. Just do it. No. So you've actually been the owner of Nicola's Garden Art now for a whole year.
Yep.
Which is
I think technically it's been a year and a half, so it was like February 2022.
Yeah.
And then but yeah, it feels like this year certainly is like the year where I'm able to kind of have control. We've been doing a lot of switching. We've moved office locations.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of changes. So this year I'm feeling like it's moving towards where I'm hoping it can be.
Which is awesome. And the new space is gorgeous. I'm lucky enough to work there twice a week, usually Tuesdays and Thursdays. And the space is awesome, right in the heart of Wortley Village.
Thanks. Yeah, we really like it. And it's been like a huge, everyone's been like, oh, wow, your place is amazing. So I'm really, yeah, it's one of those spots where it feels like it's a good place to come to work. Let's put it that way. It's a really nice place to work.
Really nice space. And I also really like how visible it is. Like, so you guys have that like sandwich sign right on the sidewalk. Mm-hmm. And Wortley is a very pedestrian friendly spot. So people are walking by it and they know you're there, which is awesome.
Yeah, it feels good. It feels like we're really a business now. You know?
Yeah. It's
real
life
business.
It's real. Yay. So you've been with Nicola's Garden Art, because Nicola's your mom, right? Mm-hmm. So this is family business, and you've been with them for 14 years. But when did they start?
Like Nicola's Garden Art, the name started as a dry floral arrangement. So it was like Nicola would take her garden from her house.
Yeah.
And then cut them down and then dry them in the ovens or dry them hanging up in the garage. And then she would make these gorgeous dry floral arrangements out of them that would last and last and last.
Yeah.
In fact, we did a landscape earlier, I think it was the beginning of last year, where the customer came out and said, well, I hired Nicola because she made me this arrangement. And she still had it from 25 years ago.
Oh my
gosh. This arrangement
gosh.
On her mantelpiece over her fireplace. So they were really built to last, those things.
Wow. That's so cool. And how surreal would that be to go for that site visit? It's like, oh, wow. Like, that's really, really cool.
Like dried roses, like still intact and like not covered in dust after 25 years. It's like pretty amazing.
So cool.
Yeah.
And you've also been an instructor at Fanshawe off and on for 9 years. Does that feel like an eternity?
Yeah, I mean, Fanshawe's been really good to me, pretty consistently good to me. Basically, the off and on part basically was during just years where I had no availability. And now it's like, I look forward to my winters because I get to go to Fanshawe and teach, and it's a different entire thing than doing, the grind of landscaping. So I do appreciate the time that you get to actually teach students, and it's all industry, right? So it's like, it's not like I'm going outside my bubble at all. It's right back into the same bubble, but it's a lot less stress and a lot more time.
And you're in the construction side of things, right? Is that for Hort Tech or landscape design or both, or the Grow program, or what areas are you in?
Yeah, so it's Hort Tech, and then the apprenticeship program is what I was doing first year. But so like, as you know, like we hired two of the professors out of Fanshawe as well. So Ryan and Max. And they both work for us now. So I've been kind of doling out, like been saying, okay, you take these classes and I'll take whatever is available, you know, because they need more hours, I guess. But, and that's been working out. So I do all sorts of stuff now. I'm doing, softscape management and installation, and we're doing design, like the beginning of design. I pretty much start with the first year apprenticeship program students. But yeah, I have been working in the past with the diploma students, and that's a whole other thing too. There's a lot more of them in the classroom, and they're not industry, like they haven't started off in industry, so it's like you are explaining a lot of different things, so there's just two sides to the coin.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll see you in the hallways this winter when I'm there teaching on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
High five.
Maybe we'll find out if the Outback Shack has a couple of available multi beverages for us.
I love multi beverages.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's the best. Yeah.
And so I'm trying to think, because I would have met Nicola. I'm trying to think if it was 2020 or 2021. I meant to look it up before I hopped on here, but because we were both in the FLP, the Fusion Landscape Professional training online, and I couldn't remember. Yeah. Were you attending that as well, or was that just Nicola?
No, I remember Nicola being like, "Hey, there's this program that I should take," and she's like, "But it looks really boring." And I was like, "Well, Fusion,
way to sell me on it."
Yeah, but London, Ontario, like if you're landscaping at all in London, Ontario, that drainage is a huge problem. Huge problem. And I think this year so far we've had 5, medium to small projects just from that Fusion accreditation. So people really look up exactly, I'm having a problem with my drainage, and they look up this Fusion and it's been advertised. And then they call it. So I do think it's just one of those things that just adds to the overall full circle service that we're trying to provide,
And I think anybody in London too, who is who has that credit to their name, is also being marketed through the Fanshawe Conservation Authority, I think. So on their website, they actually have FLP certified contractors, which is also really cool.
Yep, I really like that.
And so we're both Landscape Ontario members, and you guys do a whole slew of stuff. So like you guys are design, your installation, softscape, hardscape. You guys do maintenance, you do lighting, you do ponds. Is there anything you guys don't do?
I'm trying to whittle that down to next to nothing, and we just signed up to be a Pentarm pool dealer.
Oh yeah.
So we're moving into being these pools. We basically are booked out for 2024, so it's just a discussion for 2025 installs.
Yep.
But we have 2 of our top crew members that have installed pools already. Nice. So we're going to do basically like an installation process with Pentarm, build up our website a little bit further for Pentarm pools, and then we're going to start being an installer or dealer, as they call it, for 2025, which is pretty exciting. And it's just again, it's like that next level, like where you kind of want to be able to say, yeah, of course, yeah, we can handle your pool installation, because really, like renovating a pool and all that kind of stuff, like installing the actual pool, it all is our skill set. It's just at this moment we don't do pools, so it is an interesting combo.
It'll be really nice to see some pools in the city that are designed differently. How do I put this? It's like every time we walk onto a job site and somebody calls us and says, we have this pool, so the pool is already existing and we want to redo the gardens, and we walk in and it's Carl Forster's and Riverstone.
Yeah, womp womp. It is, pretty underwhelming. It's also, it feels like you take like Old North properties that have like this classic styling, and then it's just like, all-inclusive resort feel. Yeah. And you're like, I'm not sure where
concrete
to connect. Yeah, concrete and hostas.
Yeah, awesome. That's exactly the feel that I want around my pool. So I still have lots of questions for you, but I also want to know, what beer are you drinking?
Oh yeah, sure. I'm doing a Coors Banquet, or a Coors Original. Doing one of the
very nice. That can look so small in your hand.
I know. It's like
look, it's a little baby can.
Little tiny little miniature can, but yeah, very nice.
Very nice. It's a really good, especially for in landscaping when it's hot and you just need like that. I call it a practice beer. I don't know if that's a bad habit or not, but it's so hot, you're sweaty, you get home and you just need a beer, and it goes down so good and fairly quickly, and it's so satisfying.
Oh yeah, it's funny though, because you'll come into the office and maybe you'll see one of my my random light beers kicking around. You go, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And you'll leave over some tasty IPA in the corner.
Yeah.
Like, here you go. This
That's
is
been
for
a
you to
couple
try.
times. Yeah, when I'm at your studio and what was it the one day? It was a pretty rough day. I remember it was really hot. And I think you and I were both in a bit of a mood. And we both had lots of stuff on our plate. And you're like, hey,
Never.
Heather, you want a beer? And I'm like, well, do you have any? And you're like, there's like a whole bunch of Coors Light or whatever it was in the fridge. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I meant beer. Like, do you have any beer? Like, I'll have a
Real
beer.
beer. I don't even think you had one. No, you didn't even
I was
have one.
like, yeah, no, I'm good. So, and yeah, every once in a while, I like to squirrel away a couple of IPAs in your beer fridge. It's like, Jeremy, are you having a rough day? Look in the fridge.
I really do appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
the
I
best.
love that I can come in and work for you and have a beer on a hot day. That's pretty awesome.
You're responsible.
Speaking of responsible, my beer is not open because after our interview, I'm driving to the NVK nursery to pick up some plants in my work
Oh,
truck,
sure.
the Honda Civic.
Yep.
Yeah,
She's a beast.
there will be pictures later. It'll just be to the brim with perennials. It's gonna be awesome. I'm really good at car Tetris though.
As you know, I drive a car as well, and let me tell you, I had like a full-size Magnolia in there, plus like
Nice.
yeah, I had like 15 3 gallons and like a whole bunch of 1 gallons.
Yeah.
And we're talking, it was just like a jungle, like the whole car is a jungle. And basically like, as you know, I'm unloading it and I'm realizing that the entire car is filled with like little insects, like little
Oh
spiders
yeah.
walking around. So now I've got kind of like a little fanfare that goes around with me in the car.
Yeah.
Bunch of spiders and stuff. It's
You know
great.
how some people have like the terrarium where it's like an enclosed, self-enclosed ecosystem? Well, our
Yeah.
cars are like
Yeah.
its own ecosystem of there's soil and there's twigs and there's
Yeah, food for them from the toddlers that use the car as well. Like the kids just,
yeah,
spread their food around the car.
yeah,
All
or
the
us on the
insects get to eat.
run eating in the car and there's crumbs that, anyway.
Yeah.
So somebody recommended this beer to me. They just sent me a picture and they're like, this has you written all over it. It doesn't actually, but I'm very excited to try this. Right? Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Heather.
Just
That'd be
sit
cool.
there.
So when I get back from NVK, this is what I'm gonna crack open today, and I'll maybe put a blurb in the thing. But it's called Rainbow Sherbet double IPA from Flying Monkeys, and it's called Rainbows and Smiles. It's got like Bambi and
Wait,
Thumper.
yeah, isn't Bambi like super sad?
It's super sad. It's like us millennials. Like I'm having childhood trauma just looking at this can.
Like his mom dies. Like,
so
it's really
I'll
sad.
try it later and let you know if it tastes like Bambi or not.
All right.
Fear. That'd be weird. Rainbow
Fear.
and smiles.
Yeah.
Fear, sad, and loss and grief is what it tastes like. Yeah. But it's called Rainbows and Smiles.
La 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 la.
Oh, that's funny. So on your pre-interview questionnaire, you actually mentioned Guinness as well, right? So Guinness is a good one. On the last episode that I recorded, I'm trying to think of, oh my gosh, there was so many that I've been doing lately. But I mentioned the Guinness Blonde. Have you ever found it or tried it?
Yeah, I've had it. It's just underwhelming.
Compared to the Guinness, right?
Yeah,
I think
Guinness is just a staple.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the blonde and I haven't been able to find it again. So it was a weird thing.
I feel like it was limited edition or something. It was like a limited thing. The cans were like, the opposite color. I don't know. I think it was like one of those failed marketing things, but maybe they still have them out there.
Gotcha. I'm on the hunt for it.
Okay.
But you also mentioned Hollandia and Dab, right? Easy drinking, craft beers and brew pubs, and especially a special shout out to Anderson's Cream Ale. They're one of our local breweries.
Oh yeah. When I was living over on Dorinda, which is basically right directly next to it, and while I was living there, that's when Anderson's opened.
Yeah.
And I'm 99% sure I was their very first client. I was like, as they opened the door, I was like, fill up my growler. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was tasty beer. Yeah. Really tasty beer.
I've done a tour there, and every once in a while they have events upstairs. They have a really cool kind of layout. So we've been there. I've done like macrame and beer. So you go up there and you do a workshop and everything is provided and you get a free beer with your ticket.
That's awesome.
So Yeah, it was a great afternoon.
Sign me up. Yeah.
Sign me up. Yeah. Um, what was I gonna say? Sorry, sometimes brain goes too fast.
Yeah,
So,
you're okay.
talking about outdoor places you like to visit, and I thought this was interesting because you filled out your questionnaire, I think, probably in February of this year, and this is
That's right.
now September, and we finally got the chance to, things
I am a
worked
little
out.
blur I'm a little blurry on my answers.
Yeah,
Let's put it that
yeah,
way. Like,
that's okay.
not
I've got them right
sure.
here. I will
Yeah,
guide you
perfect. Mm.
through the way,
Walk me
young
through.
Jedi.
Yeah.
Listen, young grasshopper. So, in
Oh,
your questionnaire, you mentioned that you just got back from Portugal and
oh
talking
yeah.
about the beautiful parks there, of course, with beer in hand,
Mm.
and that you go to botanical gardens wherever you go.
It's true. I try to find them, and all my like, I'll go and visit my friend, and he's like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "Well, there's like some sightseeing, like a botanical garden." He's like,
Yeah,
"Wait, wait, wait. What are you talking about?" I'm like, we got to go to the botanicals. That'd be great. And it
yeah,
is something I go and search out wherever I'm traveling. It's usually pretty a great day trip. Like,
yeah. So, and then just recently, so you very recently got back from British Columbia,
speaking of Bambi and forest fires,
right?
it's like,
The
ugh,
trauma.
ah.
So did you got to see Bouchard Gardens while you were out there?
I didn't get to go to the gardens. He
Oh
lives he
yeah.
lives super far away.
Yeah.
He lives out in the middle of like the mountain ranges.
Mm.
And so he was kind of like, yeah, we can go see it. It's a 6.5 hour drive. I
Oh,
was like, oh,
hmm.
no. I'd
Maybe
rather
not.
just not do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will basically, yeah, next time I'm in the mainland area, but it's a tough one because he lives out so far away, and really I would travel into that direction to go see him.
Right.
So yeah, might not ever make it
So
on my
have you
list.
ever
But
been?
no, I haven't been yet. No.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
it's definitely, I mean, the 6 hour drive, that's a little tough. You just got to make it a like a 2 day thing on the island, right? So you take the
Yeah.
ferry from Vancouver across, stay a night, then spend a day and then come back. Just kind
That
of thing.
sounds worth it. That
Yeah.
sounds cool. You can see all the monkey puzzle trees and all the interesting
It's
flora
pretty
they have there.
awesome. And
Yeah.
actually, kind of a random story about Bouchard Gardens. So when years ago now, because my dad's mom is no longer with us, but my dad and his mom went out to British Columbia on a trip. And when they got there, my grandmother said, I really want to go to Bouchard Gardens. And my dad's like, you want to go to gardens? This sounds stupid. Like we come
Yeah.
out all this way and we're going to go to a garden.
Yeah.
Okay, mom, like whatever you want to do, I guess this is what we're going to do. And my dad and his mom went there for the day, and it completely changed my dad's concept of
Oh
what
yeah.
gardens are. And I would have been so young when my dad took this trip.
Oh yeah. It's pretty
And
fun.
that Bouchard Gardens triggered that passion for gardens in my dad. And I do partially blame my dad for my passion about gardens today. So it's just interesting how like my dad saw it and it changed his mind. And then me growing up, I couldn't wait to see it. So I have been
Oh
once
sure.
and it was awesome.
Oh,
But
that's really fun.
thanks, Bashar Gardens. I'm quite possibly in landscape design now because my dad saw you, even though you thought you were stupid.
I do love traveling places where they have botanical gardens and then taking people who like have no idea about anything horticultural
Right.
and just like bringing them, and people take all sorts of convincing. Like
They
it's
do.
like yeah, I'm like we can stop at nice places along the way, but like really in my brain I'm like I can't wait to get there. And then yeah, typically people are there and they're dumbstruck, they're awestruck. It's just so fantastic, and everything's well maintained and everything's so beautiful and it's
Hmm.
such so well put together. And
It's
the one of my favorites was in Dublin. Dublin has this really super beautiful
hmm.
botanical gardens. It's indoor and outdoor, and it's cool because they kind of have like a tropical. They have like a lot of water come through on their jet stream, so it's really tropical and like
Huh.
subtemperate rainforest.
Yeah.
And so they have all these like really interesting outdoor gardens to kind of go along with that. And yeah, it's really a beautiful one there.
Nice. I was just thinking, it's like, Dublin, can you get a beer at that garden?
Oh
Because
yeah, like
that would be
right
awesome.
outside, there's like the little hole in the wall. Like they just serve Guinness and like maybe one other beer, and
Yeah.
there's no food available. And like the old ladies are there at like 9 in the morning drinking Guinness. Like no kidding. Like yeah, it's really
Oh,
funny.
wow. It sounds like a totally different world.
Yeah, it
Um,
revolves around a lot. A lot. Pubs are a big thing in Ireland.
I bet. Yeah. I think it's so cool when you take somebody to a botanical garden who've never been and they really have no concept of it. And you almost get to experience it as if you're with a child. Do you
Like
know
a
what I
little kid,
mean?
yeah. Yeah.
It's like they're seeing things for the first time. They're like, whoa, like I didn't know trees could do that. Or I didn't
Yeah.
know, like, I've never seen that before. And it's just,
Yeah.
it's so cool that people can see, I don't know, just the wonderment, right?
Yeah, and they get really excited about it. Like halfway through, they're picking out things. They're showing you stuff, you know, like they're like, "Oh, did you see that little waterfall over there? There's a little waterfall over there." And they're like,
Yeah. I actually, some of my favorite pictures of my husband are when we're on vacation. So we've gone to Egypt together, which was pretty amazing. We've
"Oh,
been to
neat."
Cayman Islands, Cuba, and we've gone to gardens everywhere. And it's so cool because I always get like the
Little
candid
secret
photos
shots.
where he doesn't
Hmm.
realize that I'm watching him, but he does it to me too. So it's really
It's
cool
kind of
just
cute.
to see each other in the moment, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's
cool.
cute though. Yeah.
So something else on your questionnaire that you mentioned, because I always ask people what their own gardens look like.
Mm.
And you are not alone in saying that, well, it's whatever my clients didn't want, or whatever came off the truck and it was the wrong plant, and I didn't want to send
Yeah,
it back, so it went in my garden. And
right. Yeah, so a lot of mine, like 95% of my garden is
yeah,
from like orders through NBK that maybe it wasn't the exact correct cultivar,
yep,
you know? And it's been maybe it was a little bit too late to send it back, or you just don't want to send it back because you kind of like the trees.
hmm
So that's basically what I've got at my place right now is like 15 dogwoods, you know, like and all of like, you know, a whole bunch of hydrangea that are a great cultivar, just not the exact right color or
right.
the exact right cultivar in the design.
So you've got
So
your
yeah,
own arboretum at your
yeah.
house, the Dogwood
So many
Grove.
so many dogwoods. It's a little bit like one dimensional. It's like you get this great show, you know, for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and
Yep.
then the rest of the year is just like, okay, I could use
Okay.
some more plants in here. I could get
Yeah.
some more going on.
Oh, that's too funny. And I loved how at the end of it, because you're like, oh, I've got like a whole bunch of hydrangeas and a whole bunch of dogwoods, and you're like, maybe I need a design.
Can
That's
you
what you
imagine?
wrote.
Can you imagine?
Could you
I
call
mean,
up
typically,
yourself? Hi,
yeah.
Jeremy. Yes, I'm just calling because I need a design
I feel like sometimes that's what I need to do though to get a design done.
to actually
I
make it
gotta
happen.
like email it through the company email. Like, hi, my name's Jeremy Camp, and just
This is my
interested in
budget.
like, yeah, this is can you please send out someone, and then I'll answer my own email, you know, and get Nicola involved.
I'm totally like buying into you actually doing this because it's something
I
I
think it
can
might actually
imagine you
work.
doing.
Yeah.
Except you get Alex, the office manager, to do up the email for you and then
Mhm.
send it back as your own reply because you want to make sure it's professional, right?
This is the way. Or
This
get
is the way.
ChatGPT. Get ChatGPT to make it so it's like from another different person. Same address though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
You also said your front pathway is made of 8 different orders of Techo block.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah, it
is
is.
it really? Because this sounds awesome. Can you send me
Yeah, yeah.
pictures?
We typically use, yeah. I mean, we typically use black border stone with our
Yep.
tackle block, and then we use like the shale gray coloring. And so the colors were all fairly similar, like in terms of like the actual consistency of color.
Right.
But really it was like a year and a half of like doing tackle block
The
orders,
leftovers, yeah.
and then the skid just gets slightly bigger and slightly bigger and slightly bigger. And then by the end of it, I was like, okay, I need a path. Like, here's a pile of stone, go for it. And then we were like, didn't have enough stone. And so we ended up having like a whole bunch of black ones put in. And so we ended up doing a different look, but it actually looks pretty cool, I think. I think it
Okay.
looks really cool.
Please send
Yeah,
me pictures.
I'll send a photo of it. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
because
really, it's like a year and a half of saving.
I have such a thing for mixed materials. Like I think it's so cool when you do it, even though sometimes it's out of necessity,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
This
Like,
felt like
well,
I had
I
to.
have all this leftover stone, so I guess I'm gonna make something out of it. And it turns out awesome.
Yeah, it looks good.
As
I
long
think it
as
looks
they're
really
all
good.
the same thickness.
So some of them weren't. I don't know what happened. Some of them were like slightly different, 80 versus 60 mil.
That's such a pain.
It's like, oh my God. Yeah, I know. And the crew leader was like, what are you doing to me?
Cursing you out a
Like,
little bit. Yeah.
just like, I'll do this, but
Why? I would have been cursing you out too. It's like,
yeah,
well, we
that's
can
okay.
use all the 60 mil or all the 80, but I'm not mixing them both. Forget about it.
Yeah,
Forget
that
about
was
it.
so funny. They tried that, but they ran out. They ended up using 80 later.
There you go.
It's fine.
Favorite plant?
Yeah.
What
I
is it?
mean, do I remember my favorite plant now? I do like the butterfly bushes, Buddleia. I
Mhm.
forget what I told you though.
Roseanne geranium.
Oh yeah, so good.
So
Meter
good.
by meter spread, and like basically it's like flowers for 4 months or something like that.
Yeah,
Just keep replenishing its own flowers and easy to cut down at the end of the year, and so it's super clean.
so good. Low
Yeah.
maintenance. Don't need to deadhead it. Great for pollinators. I often
Yeah,
see
really
it
great for
just
everything.
buzzing with stuff. So
Hmm.
it's a good one. Houseplant.
Yeah, spider plants are like pretty much where it's at for me, or the Sansevieria, like the mother-in-law's tongue.
Yep.
And I'm like, as you know, like I'm not super great at taking care of my house plants. So like basically they're in a constant state of like, water me, and then being
Yeah.
like, I think I'm okay. And then it's just like, oh, like it's always kind of in that little realm.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've been mildly torturing my plants for the last 15 years, but
Live, damn you. Live.
yeah, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah. Just put your mind to it. Positive
Yeah.
thinking. You're fine.
I have gotten better over the years, just like setting myself up a time on the weekend just to soak them in the sink. I'm
Yep.
getting better, slightly
And that's
better.
all they need. Me and
Yeah.
spider plants don't get along. I always kill them. So
They're supposed to be one of the hardiest, easy to take care of,
I
and
know.
and like we're starting an interior gardening section, and his name's Nicholas, and he takes care of them so perfectly, and it looks so good. Anyways, I'm gonna have to have him go over and take care of mine and see what he
And
can do.
just, can you tell me what to do? What am I doing
Yeah, what are you
wrong?
doing? Yeah, I feel like I'm doing it right because I feel like I'm following all the right processes and like not overwatering or underwatering. But anyways, they're always
Yep. It's
always
always a guessing
struggling.
game.
Yeah.
There's a guy on Instagram, and I'm gonna forget his name, but he has this conversation with his plant. It's like, oh, the tag says, water it regularly. So he goes to water it, and it says, but not too regularly. Like the plant is yelling at him.
Yeah.
It says indirect sun, but not that indirect sun. I need more sun than that. Oh God, that's too much sun. And it's this whole
Oh my
thing.
God. Put me somewhere else.
It doesn't matter what you do. You can't, yeah. Freaking
Not
plants.
perfect. Indoors.
Yeah. So hardscaping, you guys are a Techo block installer, right?
Yep.
So,
Yep.
and you guys mentioned the blue 60 slabs and pavers. They're both really nice. They have the blue smooth, and then there's another one.
Yeah, a lot of it is smooth, like Blue 60 smooth, and then there's the shale or whatever, like it's
Yep.
kind of textured top, but
Mhm.
we pretty much stick in that realm. I try not to go to do too many different products because you end up basically storing like 15 square feet of stone,
Right.
like of each individual product.
Mhm.
So it's better just to have like the one or two products that you really like, and then basically you can just keep adding and subtracting from your stock.
Which is
Okay.
so smart, because how often do you do a job and there's a whole bunch of curves in the patio,
Mhm.
and you do your 10% cuts and it ends up that
Mhm.
you have 20% left over.
Yeah.
It's like, well, but if you do a lot of jobs with the same stone, you can kind of reuse that and
Yeah, exactly. Bring it to the next one or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. The other material you guys use a lot is the Bannis square cut.
Yeah, Bannis. Yeah, square cuts to flagstone's been good for us because it basically we do basically do a dry lay versus on mortar and concrete, and so it's been going. It's really great. Like you lay a whole 6 square feet of stone at a time, and yeah, you got to get your screed like perfect or else it wobbles. But
Yep.
other than that, it's a really great product for us.
And they've got a number of different
Really good.
colors and tones too, which is nice, because
Mhm.
sometimes you get to a property, and I'm thinking about Old North London, you got a lot of red brick. So it's like,
Mhm.
why would you put a cold gray stone against warm tone brick? And Bannis
Mhm.
can do that because they've got
They've
a
got
whole
all of
range
them.
of different stuff. And
We
then
started using, sorry, we started using lavender this year, which we haven't used before. It's like one of their colors, but lavender, it's got like, it's gray. It's got gray, but it's got a lot of beige tones
That's
mixed
what
in
I was
with the
going to say.
gray.
I knew that they had one. I wasn't sure what it was called, that has a combination of cool and warm, which is
Mhm.
such a versatile color because it can go anywhere
It
because it
feels
matches
really,
both.
really good. Yeah, it fits on this particular client wanted it to match with their yellow brick.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't, because I didn't want to go full beige. Like the full beige isn't a good look for me. But yeah, like basically that gray beige, like it's mostly gray, but it's got these beige tones in it, and it's really effective at tying everything in.
Nice. I think whenever there's an option to go full beige, the answer is no.
Yeah, no, it's too light and it just looks weird,
Yeah,
but yeah, it doesn't match
definitely. Couple more questions for you. We've got about 8 minutes left, so I'm just keeping track here before we get
Sure.
cut off, or we'll talk forever. But
So yeah, pretty easy.
favorite piece of equipment that was like a game changer for you guys?
Yeah, so the MT 100 was for us one of the biggest kind of main things. That basically, one of the old Landscape Ontario guys, when we were going more regularly to the Landscape Ontario meetings and looking for advice, basically, his name was Derek Geddes, and he basically said, look, get yourself one of these walk behinds. It's going to be something that you're going to use every day versus a big skid steer. Maybe it will sit a little bit. And I'll tell you, like, so right now we've got two MT 100s and we've got this larger skid steer, like the T66. And the T66 gets used, but I don't know, maybe 5 days a month, like,
Yeah.
on an average. And it's really great at being like a yard loading machine, that kind of stuff. But the MT 100s, they get rented out every single day and they get used every single day. And it just completely changed the whole way we think about landscaping in general.
Right.
And they can get into every property. They're 36 inches wide, and we just have that whole setup. It really kind of changed how we think about how much we can get done in a day.
Yeah. And I think of all the backs it saves, not having to do wheelbarrows. Like
yeah, wheelbarrowing everything all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty cool. Like I remember my first job, going from hand digging and then hand unloading our landscape trailer at the dump. So you'd shovel it into wheelbarrows, wheel it into the trailer, then shovel it out at the dump, over the course of like 45 minutes or an hour, like get like 3-4 yards out. That was exhausting. We did that for a couple of years actually. Like, wow. And I remember changing to, I think at that time it was an MT55. It was a walk behind and then a dump trailer, and having like that combination of like just pressing a button and loading it, and then driving somewhere and pressing a button and unloading it, and then driving back to site. It was just like,
it would have saved so much time.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. And then you have to concentrate more on like the more efficient you are, the more crews you have, the better trucks you have, the more you have to push work through like crazy.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's where most of my concentration is now, is pushing all the work as much as possible, because it's scary keeping up with it. Yeah. Because like instead of you're selling 40 hours a week for yourself, or maybe 80 hours a week for you and one person, and that's pretty manageable, fairly reasonable. You sell a 240-hour job and it's 3 full weeks. Yeah, that's fairly manageable to get through it. But then you have we've got 6 installers right now. So 6 times 40 is 240 per week. So instead of 3 weeks, you get 1 week.
Wow.
So yeah, so now you've got to kind of figure out how, like, you have to bring the work in, sell 240 hours, organize it all, get all the materials for it. Like the materials are flowing, and like one little thing like a truck being out is crazy. So yeah, it is. It's fun.
240 weeks to sell. Yeah, like that's a lot
per week. Yeah.
Right. So it's great that you've got such a streamlined process. You've got the equipment. Right. Guys aren't breaking their backs. Right.
No.
Really great place to work. I can vouch for that personally.
Yeah.
For like
it makes me want to hang out here. Like I want to come to work. So that's a bonus. Yeah.
Which is awesome. And I can speak for your crews too. They all they're such great guys and gals that you guys have.
We're really lucky with our staff members.
So for getting leads, like, I mean, you guys have the Wortley location, so you're very visible.
That's pulled in quite a bit of work this year alone. Like it's just been on top of our regular stuff. Yep. And it has, like, we kind of track it, but it's been like, oh, another one seeing the sign, and you go and you get coffee from Sidetrack down the street, and it's always to do with this street sign. Or it's like, hey, I was sitting at the pub across the street and having a couple beers, and there's Nicola's garden out there, and I thought, oh, I need landscaping.
Very visible, which is awesome.
It's very visible. So it's increased, I'm gonna say like 10% of our sales this year has come from just having this new location. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
You guys have your signage on all your vehicles as well.
Yeah, we're pretty aggressive
right?
with that. Like,
Which is awesome. You guys are very distinctive, very nice looking trucks too. Like you guys and your crews really take care of your equipment. And that's something that I say and I see from the outside looking in. I see a lot of contractors and their trucks are beat up or they're covered in mud or some of the signage is peeling. And when I see a Nicola's Garden Art truck, it's like, man, they are slick. Like the whole fleet, looks really nice. So
it's crazy expensive.
Yep, to maintain it, I'm sure it is. But you know what? It looks great.
Yeah.
You know?
No, there's definitely that thing where contracting work is crazy because you show up, they've got you trust, you know, they're trusting you to do a good job, and you show up, and the first thing they see is a punky looking truck. That doesn't say like the whole sales process and the whole design process has brought them to this point, and then the truck shows up and it's just like rusting and falling apart, and the guys are out there like smoking cigarettes without safety boots on and their shirts are off. And we've had that before, you know, like I don't know how regular that is, but I've seen that before, and it's like shocking. It is shocking for us.
Not quite what I was looking for when hiring a professional contractor.
Exactly.
You guys are also on House, right?
Yeah, House has been really good.
Your House platform, all the pictures, like you guys have really great pictures. You guys are also just you guys revamped your website like very recently too, right?
Yeah, yesterday it uploaded.
So super recently.
So really recently, yeah. But we basically just did our website had get revamped the previous year. I guess the year that I took over, we revamped it, and then this year we've gone out and we've said, okay, we're going to take 6 properties and we're going to highlight them. And my first 3 properties that we highlighted were all kind of either our most expensive ones or like ones that kind of like I'm pushing for these like higher end budgets. Yeah. And then this year I kind of did more of a variety where we stuck with a bunch of $30,000 jobs that really included everything that a backyard would want, you know, including like water features and patios and beautiful planting. So, and then we did drone videos. So that's like this next level for us. It was so cool. And like the drone just basically shows the first is like the PDF of our design. Yeah. And then it kind of like it fake zooms into the camera, and then it zooms out like the actual install. So awesome. It's all like per scale and per designs, and we're always like we try to be as accurate as possible with that. Yeah. And then it shows that it's like and it's like this really amazing, epic, like, but in real life now it's been installed, you know, so it does feel really neat. Well, with that, we got to end our interview because we are out of time. That's okay. Jeremy, it was absolutely awesome having you on the show. Enjoy your beer. And thank you. I will see you around. Thanks, Heather. Appreciate your time. Bye. That concludes this week's episode, hosted by me, Heather Gerard at My Landscape Artist. Now, before you go, here's some info about our sponsor, ext.tech. In today's fast-paced world, your landscaping business needs modern solutions to keep up with the change. That's where EXT comes in. EXT is revolutionizing the way you manage projects and streamlines your landscaping, snow removal, and construction operations. Instead of juggling 5 different software packages, endless spreadsheets, losing track of leads, and missing out on potential sales, you could be leveraging AI job routing, client management, and financial insights with a modern mobile app that employees love to use. With EXT's flat rate pricing, you'll never be caught off guard. If you're ready to revolutionize and grow your landscaping business, visit ext.tech today to learn more. And for additional savings, use the code HOPS10 at checkout, or just tell them that Heather sent you. See you next week for another episode of Hops and Hedges.